Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another empowering conversation. Today, we're joined by Naren Subramani, founder of 10x Fit Father, who's helping men over 40 transform their lives through pranayama, simple habits, and the mission of a medicine-free life. We'll dive into how breathwork can help you lose weight naturally, boost energy, reduce stress, and build a stronger, healthier mindset. If you've ever wondered how to achieve real fitness without extreme diets or heavy workouts, this chat is for you. Let's get started. How are you, man?
Hey Siddharth, I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. I'm so happy to catch up with you. It's been a few months, right?
Yes, yeah. Around 2 months, I believe. Happy to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. All right, let's get the ball rolling. So my opening question to you is, how does pranayama help with weight loss, especially for men over 40 who struggle with metabolism and energy?
Yes. So pranayama, actually, prana in the sense it's an
Yeah,
energy.
pranayama.
Yes,
Okay.
and yama is like enhancing kind of stuff. So basically, like people above 40, especially men, their energy goes down, their metabolic rates goes down, and they get usually get the problem related with the men, especially the testosterone secretion, or gets declined. So basically, it's very important to keep the prana maintaining and provide the energy so that they can, rest of the life live healthily. The pranic energy has to be passed to the body. So that's how. So when doing the pranayama, basically, if you see, we are increasing the energy, each and every cell of the body, getting that uh, air, whichever we are breathing. When we do pranayama, we are focused on the breath so much so that we can inhale so much of oxygen and eat the blood carries the rich oxygen and distributes to all the cells. That's the main benefit. And there are a lot of other benefits also. So that's the main aim. In my program, I include pranayama for the weight loss.
All right. Can you explain the science behind breathwork and how it influences fat burning, mindset, and emotional balance?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So we all know that what's happening when we breathe, when we inhale oxygen, right? Inside the lungs, the exchange happens. Blood carries the waste carbon dioxide from each and every cells, and then it exchanges with oxygen in the lungs. The carbon dioxide will be get released, and the oxygen which received, the blood get pumped by the heart and distributes to each and every cell. Right? This is the basic. So where what happens exactly, right? Um, there is something called mitochondria. We might have read about it in school days. So it's like a stove where it needs the oxygen to burn the glucose and produce energy. So that gets rich oxygen. So when each and every gets so much of oxygen, the energy level will also be very high. Not only that, lot of oxygen goes to the brain, and since the brain is supplied with rich oxygen, there is better decision making situation and emotional control. So mentally also it gives so much of benefits. That's how. There are specific pranayamas like Kapalapati, Brahmari, which calms down, and Ujjayi pranayama, which actually enhances the digestion. Kapalpati mainly focuses on increasing the metabolism rate. So specifically, there are few pranayama techniques which focus on some specific functions which actually required for our body. That's how it happens.
All right. I have a question for you in the comments here. This is from Reshchitan. Dear Naren, thank you for an interesting pod. Does prana yoga makes one useful in terms of having beautiful skin apart from abundance of energy?
Absolutely. Yeah, Resh Jitan.
Yeah.
Exactly. Youthfulness definitely like it retains. See, you have a bulb. You are buying a electric bulb in a store. which they are giving the guarantee of 200 hours. Okay, if you light the bulb 2 hours per day, you will get it for 100 days, right? But if you light it for 1 hour per day, you'll get for more days, like that. Similarly, right, when the breath, if we are breathing very fast, most of us in the day to day situation, their sympathetic nervous system is active. That means fight or flight mode. We all know this, right? We are always in a stress. Either it could be a work stress or money, financial stress or relationship stress, anything it could be. So most of the time we are working with the stress, and our breath is shallow breath and very fast breath. So what happens? We are consuming the breath a lot, and obviously it reduces our length of the life as well, right? So when we do slow and steady breathing, when we using the technique of pranayama, when we deeply inhale and exhale, we all know that the cell gets rejuvenated, and your body and your skin tone, everything gets refreshed. Definitely, I mean, this will help for looking very young and having the beautiful skin. And to specifically go for a face, there is something called face yoga, where you need
Oh,
to give some practice to the each and every organs of the face, like eyebrows, forehead, and ears, mouth, like that. Even we can have some practices to secrete more saliva inside the mouth, kind of a stuff. So there are ways, definitely.
all
Thanks
right.
for this.
Sure. Okay. What are some simple pranayama techniques beginners can start with to lose weight naturally and live a medicine-free life?
Sure, definitely. I would say where they can start with anulom vilom, or like it is also called as nadi shuddhi, where simply we will have this mudra, a kind of a mudra where our first two fingers at the bottom of the thumb, and then use to close and open the nostril. You can search in Google. You inhale from the left nostril, exhale from the right, and again inhale from the right nostril, exhale from the left. This is one set. Okay, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, very, very slowly. Okay, the beginner can start with this, and obviously then they can go for Bastrika Pranayama, where they will raise their hands and open the palms, and then raise down their palms, hands like this on the sides of the ribs. A lot of videos available that will be very good to trigger the metabolism, the digestion rate. To calm down, better we go for Brahmari Pranayama. That we used to have something called Shanmugi Mutra, where you close your eyelids, and then, most importantly, you use your thumb to close your ears, and then humming sound like this. Like this, very lengthy humming sound. The very important thing is we need to focus to the sound which is produced inside, in between the ear lobes. So that gives very, very calm mind. It can be better to practice just before the sleep. So you can note it down, Kapalpati. Okay, it's a practice that is also, but only thing is like high BP person, those who have got a recent abdominal surgery should not practice Kapalpati. Otherwise, Brahmari is anybody can practice, and Bastrika also, people who have high BP should not practice. There are some contraindications that you need to check in detail. Okay.
All right. How do you combine pranayama with daily habits in the 10x Fit Father program for lasting transformation?
Yeah. So usually, I mean, in the daily routines, we start with Kapalpati having an Agni Mutra. Agni Mutra is something like, so earth element and the fire element joined together like this in both the hands. Okay. So
Mhm.
we will have this Agni Mudra and keep on the thighs. And then we'll do the Kapalpati practice. Kapalpati practice, as I said, like little extensive practice, but very simple. You need to forcefully exhale, and the tummy goes inside, and leave automatically, so that you inhale the air and tummy comes out. Okay. just something like this. I'll show. You can check it. It's a lot of videos available. I mean, I'm exhaling forcefully. Okay. When I exhale forcefully, that is the only thing I'm doing. The inhale happens automatically. With
Mhm.
this Agni Mudra, if you do uh, with the combination of this, the effect is very good. And then I'll go with Ujjayi Pranayama, where Ujjayi is a different kind of pranayama. That means, imagine a vacuum cleaner. When your vacuum cleaner is sucking the dust, when you have your hand at the end of that sucking part, you will feel some kind of restriction there, right? So that kind of inhale we should do. Imagine when you close your nose with your thumbs, when you inhale, you will not be able to breathe properly, right? So the same way we need to do even without closing it. Slowly, with some friction effect, okay? We need to inhale, but it has to be practiced properly with the guidance. I'm just giving the highlights. Slowly you need to inhale and slowly you need to exhale with some friction effect. Some people misunderstand that by contracting the neck and all, we should not do that. The friction should happen inside part of the throat and the air you are inhaling. Okay, you can check in the web, you'll get a lot of information. So we used to practice Ujjayi, and then finally Bastrika Pranayama. That is very effective. We do in this order: Kapalpati, Ujjayi, Bastrika. After asanas, finally, when closing the session, we will do Brahmari Pranayama, which is the calming down, where the humming sound I said. So this is the order. When you end, always end with the calmness. Don't end with the Bastrika, because the throughout the day you should retain that calmness and peacefulness, right?
All right. What are the common mistakes people make when practicing pranayama, and how can they avoid them for better results?
Okay, great. uh, Usually we see some mistakes, like people will not have the spine erect, right? When we doing the breathing exercise, so the spine should be very erect. Okay, you should sit, or I mean, better to sit and do sitting on a chair or a ground. So be focused on that. And also the cervical region, back of the head and the neck and the spine should be in line. Some people will tend to move their head down or sideways, something like that. So
Mm.
maintain this steadiness. That is a common mistake I used to see. And some people forget, and they breathe through the mouth also. The mouth should be completely closed. So, and third most important point is focus will not be there. If we say like uh, count 10 counts, for example, I am telling like inhale and exhale for 10 times, the focus should be on the breath. Most of the time, no, we will be counting the numbers and thinking somewhere else. The focus should be on that breath. That is very, very important. Yeah, these are the three main points I would say. But few things like people used to sit in some distracted places, they should avoid, because during the breathing exercise we need more oxygen. It should be open place. Better to practice on the garden or the lawn areas. That would be better. Please don't practice on any places which you distract, and don't go to advanced techniques immediately. That is also the case I see. Some people start holding the breath initially itself. They should not do. Initially, you start with inhale and exhale. After you become an expert, you can focus on inhale, hold the breath, and then exhale. Very expert people will hold the breath even before inhaling. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold again. So when we are actually holding, we give lot of time for the body to receive the oxygen and distribute it. So these are the common
All right.
mistakes I would see. So please be cautious about that.
All right. My final question to you is beyond weight loss, how can pranayama improve overall health, focus, and fatherhood well-being?
Yeah, definitely. So apart from the weight loss, it definitely helps for a good sleeping. People who have issues with sleeping, Actually, this is the one of the way also. When you get sound sleep, when you do pranayama, you get sound sleep. When you get sound sleep, your body actually gets healed, right? All the waste gets removed. I mean, that's how I propose always to have the dinner early by 7 p.m. and to go for sleep at least by 10 p.m. in the night, because we are
Okay.
giving enough time for the healing. So
Hmm.
when it happens day by day, actually you lead a healthy life. So this is one. And other apart from this, energy is very important. What is prana? Prana is nothing but the energy. That's it. When the prana leaves the body, we say it's a dead body. So you will start feeling throughout the day energy will be there. Okay, most of the people's morning they will be very much energetic, but evening they will be very tired when they return home. So this will help by giving the more energy. We can throughout the day we can maintain that energy. And even the decision making, when we, as I said before, when we inhale good amount of rich oxygen, when it reaches to the brain, your decision making, your productivity, and even if it is like a day which you get some trouble, you can maintain it very calmly. I mean, you can control your anger also. Lot of benefits. Basically, like emotional management, emotional control, and reducing the stress level, that also included. Yeah.
All I gotta say, thanks so much for your time and look forward to catching up with you soon in the future.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. You're doing a great job interviewing many people and sharing a lot of knowledge. Is really helpful. Thanks for giving me another opportunity to share my insights. Definitely, I hope it will help many people. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.